Most people think retiring in 5 years on an average salary is complicated. It's not. It's a math problem. 40 years in a cubicle feels like a life sentence, but it isn't a matter of time, it's a matter of a plan. And it doesn't take a lottery win or a six-figure salary to achieve it. This isn't about financial genius, it's about a blueprint, an aggressive 5-year plan built on a few core principles that change your financial trajectory completely. If an ordinary person can do it, you can start building your own plan today. Let's be honest, the 9 to 5 on a standard paycheck is a mathematical trap. You do the math at a typical 10% savings rate and realize you'll be working for the rest of your life. The numbers don't add up, and the quiet anxiety of that is crushing. The turning point isn't some dramatic event. It's when you discover the core concepts of the FIRE movement: financial independence, retire early. At first, it sounds like something for high-income earners, but then you find the idea that changes everything: the 4% rule and your FIRE number. The idea is simple but powerful. The 4% rule, based on a well-known study, suggests you can withdraw 4% of your invested assets each year with a historically high success rate of not running out of money over 30 years. To figure out your target number, you flip that math around. This is called the Rule of 25. Take your desired annual spending in retirement and multiply it by 25. That's it. That's your FIRE number. If you can live on $50,000 a year, you multiply that by 25. Your FIRE number is $1.25 million. Seeing that number is both terrifying and liberating. It's huge, but for the first time, retirement isn't an abstract concept, it's a concrete, mathematical goal. You stop seeing retirement as a matter of age and start seeing it as a matter of math. You don't need to wait 40 years, you just need to reach your number. And you can decide to do it in 5. The first pillar of the blueprint is realizing you can only cut expenses so much. The real game changer is increasing your income. This 5-year plan isn't just about saving, it's about earning. The strategy is twofold: maximize your primary career income and build a secondary income stream. First, the 9 to 5. Most people wait for a 2 to 3% annual raise. You don't. You become more proactive, acquiring new skills and certifications to make yourself more valuable. Then you strategically job hop, not for any job, but for a 15% raise and then another 20% raise a couple of years later. This strategy can be highly effective, though its success depends on your field and the job market. Here is the most important rule: avoid lifestyle creep. Every single dollar from those raises must go directly into your investments, not a new car or a bigger apartment. Second, the side hustle. For anyone on an average salary, this is essential. You identify a skill you have and turn it into a secondary income stream. It might start at just $500 a month, but with consistency, it can grow to $2,000 a month or more. That's an extra $24,000 a year, all of which becomes fuel for your financial independence. This isn't about working yourself to the bone, it's about turning a few hours a week into a powerful wealth-building tool. With the income engine running, the next pillar is a ruthless savings machine. This is where the sacrifice comes in, but it's also where you see the fastest progress. The goal in the FIRE community is to save 50% or more of your income. This sounds impossible until you get serious about where your money's going. You have to attack the big 3 expenses: housing, transportation, and food. First, housing. If you're living alone in an expensive area, the solution is house hacking. You move to a slightly less expensive area and get a roommate. It might not be your dream living situation, but that one decision can instantly save hundreds, freeing up nearly $10,000 a year for investing. Next, transportation. That car with a $450 monthly payment is a wealth killer. You sell it, you buy a reliable, used car with great gas mileage for cash. The payment disappears overnight. The insurance cost is cut in half. It's a massive psychological shift, letting go of the status symbol of a new car. But it's one of the biggest levers you can pull. Finally, food. Lunches out and constant takeout add up. The fix is committing to meal prepping. It sounds small, but you can cut your food budget by 60% or more. Attacking the big 3 is how you can achieve an aggressive savings rate of over 60%. This is an ambitious goal and requires discipline. It's not about depriving yourself of every small joy, but about consciously deciding that your financial freedom is more important than a fancy apartment or a new car. Earning more and spending less are only 2 parts of the equation. The third pillar, the one that actually builds your wealth, is the investment accelerator. All the money you're saving needs to go to work. To be clear, you don't have to be a stock market genius. The strategy is incredibly simple and the one most recommended in the FIRE community. Invest consistently in low-cost, broad-market index funds and ETFs. These funds let you own a tiny piece of the entire stock market, diversifying your risk automatically. The process has to be automated. Every paycheck, a set amount is automatically transferred to your investment accounts. This is called dollar cost averaging, and it removes all emotion from the process. You aren't trying to time the market, you are just consistently buying. You prioritize tax-advantaged accounts first. As of 2026, the contribution limit for a 401k is $24,500, and for an IRA is $7,500. You contribute enough to your company's 401k to get the full employer match. That's free money. Then you max out a Roth IRA. After that, every remaining dollar goes into a taxable brokerage account. You also need a cash buffer in a high-yield savings account for emergencies, which in early 2026 can offer rates around 4.0 to 5.0 or higher. This prevents you from ever having to sell your investments unexpectedly. The power of this pillar is in consistency and compound interest. Now for the part that doesn't fit neatly into a spreadsheet, the human element. This 5-year journey is not easy. It comes with trade-offs. Friends will invite you on expensive vacations and you'll have to say no. There will be moments of doubt where you feel like you're missing out. People won't always understand. They'll say, you have to live a little. What they don't see is that you are living for a bigger goal. The required mindset is one of intense focus and delayed gratification. You have to want your future freedom more than you want present comforts. You have to keep your why front and center, the desire to own your time, to wake up without an alarm, to travel when you want, to work on projects you're passionate about. The system to stay motivated is to track your net worth every month. Seeing that number climb is the proof that the sacrifices are working. This journey is as much a psychological challenge as it is a financial one, but pushing through that struggle makes the result that much sweeter. What is life like on the other side? It's calm. It's the freedom to wake up and ask, what do I want to do today? Not, what do I have to do? Financial independence isn't about being rich, it's about having the ultimate freedom to choose. This aggressive 5-year plan is built on 3 pillars: the income engine, maximizing your career pay and adding a side hustle; the savings machine, drastically cutting the big 3 expenses to achieve a 50% savings rate; and the investment accelerator, consistently investing in simple, low-cost index funds. This isn't a magic formula. It was about creating a plan and having the discipline to stick to it. The people who get this right don't look like they're doing anything special, and one day they just stop working because their math worked out. If an ordinary person with an average salary can design a life of freedom, then you have the power to start building your own plan today.